But I think the problem with me is I'm kind of overly optimistic. Hi, I'm Youngwon Lee. I'm founder and CEO of Dokkaebier. Dokkaebier is Asian-inspired craft beer brand. I founded in 2019. That's when I started to brainstorm, come up with the concept, and we finally got to launch in 2020 February.
How did you get your start in the alcoholic beverage industry? What drew you to making craft beer?
It's pretty long. You're good. Do what you can. So I lived in a lot of places. Born and raised in Korea, and I lived in Guam when I was in 6th and 7th grade. And I moved to New Jersey and then finished high school there. I got into Cal, so I moved to Berkeley. I took a leave of absence after first semester in Cal and went to LA. I found out that my grandmother who raised me in South Korea was really sick and she was hospitalized. So I took another leave of absence and went to Korea. It's been a while since I lived in Korea, and it was really fun just going to, although the whole grandma situation, but it was good to be back in Korea and then kind of experience the culture again. I got a part-time job at a wine consulting company. The CEO was running a restaurant in New Jersey, born and raised in New York. He wanted to do business in Korea. He wanted to learn Korean. When was that? I think that was like a freshman in high school. So I tutored him how to speak Korean. And then after a while, he's like, hey, do you want to part-time at my restaurant? So I started busing at that restaurant. Fast forward to 2008, his company was doing better. So I got a part-time job. And yeah, that's how I got into the alcohol industry. A couple of years ago when I was trying to start Dokkaebier, I did an exercise of why I wanted to start a company, and it actually the whole program interviewed me to my childhood, what are the common keywords from throughout my life, and then it was I think it was like a challenge. But I moved quite a bit, and going to Guam was a whole new thing, going to New Jersey was whole new thing, and I went to a high school that was out of my town, and that was a whole new thing, going to Cal, going to LA, and then I always moved and I always went to a new place, and always there was some kind of a challenge. Although as much as I was very scared or afraid of the challenge, I kind of enjoyed it, or I'll figure it out and make it happen. So it never scared me to do something new and different. That company did well, and then we thought it was a good opportunity for us to start our own wine company. So we started importing and then distributing wines ourselves. And then that wine, we became a portfolio of products. So we had wine, vodka, Patron tequila, Armand Bruniac champagne, and a lot of other liqueur. And that company did really well, so we started building a brewery in Korea starting 2014. So that's how I kind of got myself into it. However, life happened, and then I actually had lost everything I built in that company. I was actually thinking to move to a different industry, and somehow, completely. I wanted to make some money, so I wanted to sell the programs that I made for operating alcohol company, and I went to a craft beer company to pitch to sell, because one of my old staff became a sales director there, and he's like, I want to use this program again. Can you try to convince our founders to use this? So I went there to pitch it, and the founder thought I was a developer, so he tried to recruit me. So I originally said no, and then after 6 months, I finally said yes. So I joined the company, and he was like, we actually have a brewery in California. Can you go there and manage it? I just had a really hard time in my life, and I was like, well, let me give it a shot. And I came here for 1 week as a business trip to check out the brewery and everything, and kind of felt like a new chapter, right? And the more I lived in Korea, it was harder for me to come back to the States. We did really well in the States, but then the headquarters had a hard time, so we had to kind of fold the business, and that's when I came out in 2019, June, and I decided to start Dokkaebier in 2017. Every time I go to beer festival, I'll be the only Asian person pouring beer. like in California, it's a very diverse state. So if you go to beer festival, you would have very diverse consumers attending the festival. But if you put people who are pouring together or beer industry people in one room, I was the only Asian person. So when I had an opportunity to start my own, I was like, well, maybe being Asian, even with the brand, will make the brand more stand out, more unique. And I felt like it was about time because it was being Asian, being Korean, when I was growing up in middle school, high school versus now it had a whole different meaning, right? People in my or older generation would use to hide your Asian American. You try to be very perfect American. But now you can be Asian American and proud to be. And I think people recognize being who you are, right? Being authentic. And I felt like it was the right time to do that. So when I had an opportunity to start, I wanted to be as Asian as possible with the product that I make.
Why did you want to name the brand Dokkaebier?
So I wanted to have something with Korean inspiration. And at the same time, I wanted my company to be as agile, like quick to change, because what I experienced in the past is that the bigger you are, it takes longer or harder to be innovative. So how do you be innovative all the time? And in the event that we became successful, how do you still be innovative and be creative, whether you're big or small? And I wanted all of that to align with the name and everything, the whole inspiration. And my wife was like, hey, what do you think about Dokkaebi? I was like, Dokkaebi, they're like shapeshifters, mythical creature, likes to eat, drink, hang out with people. They hide in objects during the daytime, they come out at night and hang out, they punish the bad and help the good people. So I felt like that was really good. They're adventurous shapeshifters, wander around, and we didn't have a brewery when we started, so we're like going to different breweries to make the beer, and we're trying different ingredients. So I felt like that was a really good way to kind of dissolve the identity and the concept of Dokkaebi into the product, into what we are doing. I wanted our team to kind of act like the Dokkaebis. Right? And it ends with BI, and then adding ER makes it like kind of German.
Any words of advice for aspiring entrepreneurs looking to start their own business, whether it's beverage or anything else?
Don't start. You have to really love it. You could be lucky and then really go up, but there's always going to be a lot of up and downs, right? And when it's like really low or down, unless you really love it, it's going to be very hard and difficult and painful. So if you have like the right mission, why you want to do this and the reasons behind it, then you could kind of survive through. I always ask myself and then do it to myself too, but like reality check is really important, because a lot of times you have a very passionate founders who really love their product, but it's only them that like it.
Okay, outro.
Outro?
Yeah.
What do we do?
It's been Youngwon Lee. Great talking to you. Like and subscribe.
Damn. You know what? Like everyone, when they start, like I'm never gonna say that, but after a while, they're like, "Oh, please like and subscribe if you like this video," and I think everyone ends up just doing it. So, yeah, we're actually canning this product today.
You have to have that kind of like passion for it.
I mean, I didn't start with the passion. It was just fun, and then the company was growing really well, and it was really fun to build. It was almost like playing RPG game, and you're like leveling up, and then like doing more and bigger, and then like it was kind of really fun, right? At one point, I did realize that I do really love it. I love when I make a product and then let you like taste it, and I love seeing like you actually enjoying it.